Hi, it's Christine. So today it is, well, technically it's Thursday, February 20th, but I'm just going to go over my day today, or my day, which was February 19th, 2014. So I can absolutely say, hands down, that this has been the best day of my life so far. I've never really felt content or this happy in my whole entire life. And I can truly say that. I say that for a few reasons. So I'm 26, going on 27, and I guess I'm at this point where I'm figuring out who I am and whatever that means. But recently I've been going through a lot, and I think that I've been showing a lot of signs of distress and that I need help, even though I kind of refuse to look at those things myself. But after the support of my of everyone around me, of my friends, and I can truly call them my friends, I've come to this point where I have feelings of self-worth now. I know my value as a human being, and I'm starting to appreciate that for what it is. So my morning started off with a great text. It was from this lady that I met when I was working at the UPS store near the shops at Don Mills. And so I met this lady when I was doing graphic design work there. And at the time when I met her, I was commuting in from Mississauga to North York every day. And I guess to make some extra cash, and also the biggest thing that I took away from working for her was just the inspiration that, with an arts degree you can actually be employable. Not only that, but you can start your own company. So her name is Swanee Laval, and she started a map making company called Unique Media Maps. And so she had me into her office, and which was on Carlton Street at the time, and I just started doing graphic design work for her after work, and I would stay there, from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m., sometimes even 12, and then I would drive home back to Mississauga, like through snowstorms and anything like that. And it really wasn't for the pay for me, because I was making more than enough at the printing store. It was that motivation to keep going. So she actually has a undergraduate degree from the Ontario College of Art and Design, which was the Ontario College of Art at the time. And I graduated from the Ontario College of Art and Design University master's program. And of course, I think a lot of people come out of art school like really not knowing what to do with their degree. I knew exactly the trajectory I wanted to take my research, but I had no way of figuring out how to make that something I would be paid for. I'm still figuring that out. Hopefully things will work out. So back to, I guess, my story about why today was the perfect day. So I got a text from Swanee, who I haven't heard from in a while. I quit my printing store job back in November because I had way too many constraints, time constraints, physical limitations, way too many commitments, and I chose to let go my only form of employment, the only way I would pay the bills, which in hindsight, I guess was a mistake. But I can't really say that I regret that mistake. The reason why I quit was because the lady that I worked with, she was in love with her dog. Her dog was kind of like her fur baby. And her dog died. And it was actually the day that she came into work, and the dog died. And she told me, and she looked okay. But what happened was I was really sad over the dog dying, and then of course that made me think about how short life is. And then there's this really rude customer that came in, and he's not like your typical like stressed out customer. He was just a bully. So he came in, he was complaining about something, and he like shoved his cell phone in my face, saying like, I don't even remember. I think he was calling the UPS helpline or something, and he just said like, "Here, talk to customer service," and shoved the phone in my face, and I literally snapped. And before I quit, I had been like really rude, really rude to customers. I'm pretty sure I told a few customers to actually fuck off. And so, you know, when you're saying stuff like that, it's probably time to move on. But so he shoves the phone in my face, and I say, I'm like, I'm not customer service. Like, I didn't say it like that. It wasn't that tone. It's like, I'm not customer service. Like, that's what I said. And it just like snapped in my head. I'm like, I'm not customer service. And then I just quit. I texted my boss, and I just said in the text, like, I quit. And that's it. And then I left. Before I left, I cried in the bathroom for like 10 minutes, shaking. And then I went back, grabbed my stuff, and then texted him I quit. So, yeah, it was a pretty, I don't know, I don't regret quitting at all. I regret not having a job lined up before I quit, or maybe I probably should have quit the right way, which was giving 2 weeks notice, but once you have a realization like that, there's really no looking back. So, so I get this text from Swanee, and she tells me that, oh yeah, like, oh, it's been a while. Like, she knows that I'm starting up a business right now, and she says, oh, like, I need some graphic design work if you're free. So then I call her back on my home phone because I actually decided to cancel my cell phone bill, like my cell phone, in favor of another cost, give and take there. So I I phone her at home, and then I tell her, she asks me about how everything's going with planning this business, and she says, oh, she says that's great, like giving me kind of the rundown of what it's actually like running your own business, and it's not easy. You don't get to sleep ever. But regardless, she wanted me in. Well, she asked when I'm free. I said Monday, and she said, can you come in any sooner? And I looked at my calendar, and then I was able to come in tomorrow morning. So in the next 9 hours, I have to be out of the house. So I'm going to quickly edit this video, upload it, and then I'll get a few hours rest. But anyway, so I was very happy. So it's like another one of those, just like, yay, So that was the start to my morning, which was fantastic. And then in the afternoon, I had lunch at Sassafras in Yorkville with a couple of my very close friends. We originally went there for the Winterlicious menu, however, in booking the table, apparently Winterlicious was over, so not much we could do about that. Like, we originally had planned to spend like $25 for, the 3 or 4 course meal, but we were there, we were excited to try the food, so we went for it. So we ordered a nice bottle of red wine. They always pick for me because I have horrible taste in wine. I think I have horrible taste in wine. The dish that I got was salmon. If I can remember, it was salmon. It had a little bit of like deep fried kale on top. From what I can recall, the salmon had a like lemony butter glaze, and then they had bits of okra, and they had some 2 different types of sauces with that, which was really great, but I can't even say. It was like a puree texture. Can't really call it a sauce. I don't really know what the term is, but I'll have to look it up later. And they had this very potent chili thing. I hate saying thing. Potent chili powder around the edge, and it was good. The chili powder was a little bit overpowering. Had they spread it out all over the plate, perhaps it would have been a little bit better balanced for eating, but I guess due to like aesthetics, they wanted to, dash a little bit on the side, but it did make it a little bit too hot at some points. But the salmon, it had this really great crust on top, and I have no idea how they got the crust on, which is why I enjoyed my meal so much, because I cook so much. It's nice to have some mystery in life, and not try to figure out how they did things, because I don't even care to, because I'm just gonna go in there and eat. They had this other thing on the menu, which I saw before going in, and it was kimchi bacon, I think. No, kimchi and bok choy, which was an odds and ends. And like, how fun is that? Like, I had to try it. So they brought it out, and it's just 3 little bok choys with what looks like kimchi on top. So I ate it after the fish, because I really enjoyed the fish, and I didn't want to like mix it up with the flavors of the bok choy, but so I ate that. I was really happily surprised, and I was like almost guaranteed like, I was kind of expecting to be disappointed because I usually go into things expecting to be disappointed, which is probably not a good thing, but so yeah, the kimchi, I gave my compliments. I told the waiter like how fantastic it was, and so he came back and actually told me what they did to it. They use the kimchi flavoring, which is like green apple and chili paste and a lot of those traditional ingredients, but they didn't ferment the cabbage, which is interesting, which is why it had such a subtle flavor, I guess. And the kimchi was warmed. It had bacon in it, and like thick, beautiful, like old-fashioned bacon bits, like real bacon bits, and then bok choy underneath. And it was just so, I hate this word because it sounds so stupid, but it was so subtle. But it was like not spicy. It was literally just like a swirl of flavors like dancing on my tongue, and that sounds really stupid, but it was great. Then I got a tea after because we split a bottle of wine, and I didn't sleep the night before, and so I got a tea. I got breakfast in Paris. It was good. It's really good. They brought it out in like an old-fashioned like Asian style teapot, I guess. The presentation was very nice, and then while I was sipping my tea, they brought out some chocolates with a little cookie. Unfortunately, the chocolate was cold. I wish it was warm, but it was good. And so I took a bite of the chocolate and had it with my tea. And it was just like perfect. So as if things couldn't get better, after lunch we went for a little stroll around Yorkville and made a quick trip to the LCBO, which is our liquor store here. And we got more wine because it's just that kind of day. And so they treated me to some more wine. We went back to their place, which is like on St. Clair Ave. And we spent the next 3 hours just sipping wine, talking. I was going through my Facebook with them, like showing them who I really am, I guess. And it was just a really lovely afternoon. I tried to take a nap, but that didn't happen because I was having so much fun. So we spent a couple hours there, and then after that we headed down to Cinecycle for the 7 o'clock screening. They were showing the work of Clint Enns, it was work programmed by Clint Enns, and you know, it was a beautiful day. Ended with a nice like beautiful screening series. I was really thrilled by the work. I think I'm gonna give a better recollection of the actual screening, something more in depth. Today is just like about a review about my day, and I wanted to remember this day because I can honestly say today was one of the best days of my life so far, and I am so happy. So thank you. I hope you have a good night or day or whenever you're watching this. But I'm happy. Okay, good night.